Good morning, everyone, and welcome along. Well, it's good afternoon, everyone, sorry, and welcome along to another RWA Productions update. And this afternoon, that apparently that Sunderland are in talks to re-signing Ellis Sims. Apparently, there's some news on Diallo and there's some news on Ross Stewart. So, we're going to get into the statements now, guys. We've got 3 statements to read out. So, if you just bear with me for 1 second, I will get them up on the screen for you now. So, we're going to start off with Ellis Sims, the most up-to-date one from the Northern Echo this morning. Got announced from the Northern Echo that Sunderland are interested in re-signing Ellis Sims from Everton. So, here we go. So, Sunderland have held talks over re-signing Ellis Sims, but Everton are yet to make the final decision whether or not they will be selling the striker. Sims spent the first half of last season on loan at the Stadium of Light before being recalled as Everton at Goodison Park battled against relegation in the second half of the campaign. The forward, who was about to enter the final year on his contract on Merseyside, made 11 senior appearances for Everton last term, scoring in March's 2-2 draw with Chelsea. Earlier in the campaign, he scored 7 goals in 14 starts and 3 substitute appearances with Sunderland. Interesting. The 22-year-old's contractual situation means Everton could well look into him, move him on this summer, with Sean Dyche unlikely to regard him as a likely starter next season. However, any decision to sell will be contingent upon Everton and make attractive additions of their own. And as things stand, the club have not been able to complete the deal in the early stages of the transfer window. Yes. If that happens, Sims will almost certainly be allowed to move, with Sunderland hoping his successful spell on Wearside in the first half of last season will help persuade him to a return to the Stadium of Light. Sims enjoyed his time in the North East and proved an effective replacement for the injured Ross Stewart in the autumn time before he was recalled to his parent club. Ironically, Stewart picked up a season-ending injury shortly after Sims was recalled, meaning Everton youngster would almost certainly have been a regular starter in the second half of the season had he been allowed to remain with the Black Cats. Sunderland have completed the signing of one forward already this signing, recruiting Portuguese striker Luis Semedo from Benfica. But with Joe Gelhardt returning to Leeds United following the end of his loan spell and with question marks hanging over the long-term future of Stewart, the Black Cats recruitment team are keen to add another attacker of Tony Mowbray's squad. Sims would fit the bill and would have added benefit of not needing the time to bed into the Sunderland squad. But the Wearsiders will not be the only club hoping to push through a deal if Everton give the green light for the bids. Stoke City, who are managed by Sunderland former boss Alex Neil, are also known to be extremely interested in Sims, and also understood to be held talks over their own with Everton Heritage. Ipswich Town have also been linked with a move as they prepare for their return to the Championship, following last season's promotion from League One, where another newly promoted club, Sheffield Wednesday, are also believed to harbour a strong interest in Sims. So that's Ellis Sims' statement. Now we're going to get into Ross Stewart's situation with his injury. So we're going to change that one, and we're going to put Ross Stewart's on now. So bear with me a second, guys, again. So there we are. Ross Stewart will miss the start of Sunderland season through injury. So unfortunately, Ross Stewart won't be fit for the start of the season because he only came back on Monday in ready for pre-season. So Ross Stewart was unlikely to be available for the start of the new Championship season, heightening Sunderland's need for further attack and reinforcements in the next few weeks. And while talks over a new contract for the Scotland international continue, the Black Cats have been unable to reach an agreement with Stewart and his representatives that was end the ongoing uncertainty over his future. Stewart has been sidelined since suffering a serious Achilles injury during January's FA Cup fourth-round game at Fulham. And while his recovery has progressed smoothly in the last 5 months, he is still some way from being able to take part in full training. So he's still some way away from being take part in full training, guys. So he will also not be able to link up with the rest of Sunderland's first team squad for the start of the pre-season training at the start of next week, and while he should be on the grass by the start of August, he is unlikely to be in the opening game of the new championship season against Ipswich Town. Ross Stewart will be ready at the start of at the front end of the pre-season period, confirmed sporting director Christian Speakman. It's more likely to be in the middle or towards the end of pre-season before starting the season. So Ross Stewart will be fit until around the 21st, I think, of September. No, the 21st of August, sorry. Comment me on that one if I'm wrong. I think he'll be fit around the 21st of August time, hopefully, in the third game in, hopefully. I won't want to give out any false information to anyone, and if we'll have to see how he progresses, but that means we will have doubt whether he will start ready to start the season. All the injured players have been working very hard during the summer with the medical staff. Stewart's unavailability for the start of the new season is something of a headache for Tony Mowbray and the rest of his Sunderland's coaching staff, as the club remain short of attacking options despite the signing of Louis Semedo earlier this month. Semedo, who spent last season playing with the Benfica B, is an exciting prospect, but the 19-year-old is completely unproven in English football, and it will be a big ask for him to expect to lead the line on his own on the opening day of the new campaign. The Black Cats continue to pursue alternative attacking options, are hoping to push through a deal that would see them resign Ellis from Everton on a permanent basis. Yes, on a permanent basis, not a loan basis, a permanent one. Sims, who enjoyed a successful loan spell on Wearside in the first half of the season, is the subject of interest from a number of championship clubs, although Everton are yet to make a firm decision whether he will be allowed to leave Goodison Park this summer. Stewart's own long-term future remains clouded on uncertainty, with talks over a potential deal now have dragged on admittedly, for over a year. The 26-year-old officially enters on the last 12 months of his contract at the start of the next month, with the Sunderland's heritage, understandability, keen to tie him down on a new long-term agreement. Talks remain ongoing, but if a deal cannot be agreed before January, the Black Cats will find themselves in an extremely difficult position. Coming turn of the year, which will be the final chance to sell the striker for a free rather than ask losing him for nothing next summer. Stoke City, led by former boss Alex Neil, Sunderland's ex-manager, are known to be extremely interested in securing Stewart's services, while the Scot has been on Rangers' wanted list in the past. It's Stewart's contract talks just an ongoing conversation, said Speakman, who was speaking at a forum with Sunderland fans at the Beacon of Light that tied in the release of the fixture for the new season. We've been really hard trying to work with the squad. We've had a good conversation with Diallo, and we managed to get that concluded. We had an equally long discussion with Dennis Sagan, and we've just managed to get that concluded. So I'm really optimistic that we can try and tick off some of these additional ones to do on the to-do list. I've also said along this that it will work for both sides, and it doesn't mean there is any negativity on either side. As a player, you've got to be comfortable with your deal, and as a club, you've got to manage everything from your side with budgets, etc. Hopefully, we can find a conclusion, and Ross getting fit is obviously going to be a key factor in that. So, yes, it's going to be a massive key factor in this, guys. So, this last one, guys, is very interesting on Amad Diallo. So, here we go. Fabrizio Romano. So, let's have a look. So, it's just been 2 seconds. I need to go up so I can actually see the statement. So, Amad Diallo's future is still open. Manchester United will make the final decision on Amad in the next few weeks. He hopes for his first team chance, but it's up to Ten Hag. Understands in case Man United decide to loan Amad out, the player's preference would be Sunderland again. Yeah, so obviously Amad went to Sunderland last season from Manchester United. I don't know how many goals he scored. I remember that. I think he scored about 14 goals. I think, is it 14 goals he scored? Correct me wrong on that one in the comments down below. Amad Diallo, let's have a look. Amad's had 37 appearances for Sunderland and scored 13 goals this season, guys. So, yeah. So, we're ending on a high note, guys. Hopefully, that we can sign Ahmad next season on a loan deal again. Hopefully we can sign Ellis Sims on a permanent, and hopefully Ross Stewart's contract gets sorted out, guys. But for now, it's goodbye from me, and on Sunday we will be talking about, obviously, transfer news, about the speculations. Hopefully we'll know about further deals happening with Sunderland. We're going to have Lee Farrell on the show and Paul Wilson again from about 9 o'clock on Sunday evening, so please come and join us then. Take care, and we'll see you all later. Goodbye for now.